In the video on how to read the routing table, I mentioned that I would talk about default routes separately. So what I've done is I've added a few routers over here. Now I didn't bother to put the correct kinds of links in there, I just put lines in here. But let's say that I have a whole bunch of routers over here and this represents the internet, for example. Now this router can't possibly know all the hundreds and hundreds of thousands or millions of routers and routes and IP addresses out there. It just can't possibly know them all. So what does it do? It uses something like the default gateway that we used over in a network. The default gateway, you'll remember, is the first, for all these computers that are on this switch, it is the first interface of the router. In other words, the next hop, which is right here, 192.168.1.1. So everything that's on the one network here, 1.1 is the default gateway. So let's set a default gateway for this router. Let's say if it doesn't know where to go, where to send something, that it will automatically send it to this router. All right, so 192.168.2.2 is where we want it to go. So let's go ahead and set one. And we're going to do it this way. IP route, just like we did before. But now this is an interesting one. 0.0.0.0 with a subnet mask of 0.0.0.0.0. And then I'm going to put 192.168.2.2. And there we have it. Let's take a look at our routing table. I didn't type it right. Show IP route. And now we have gateway of last resort is 192.168.2.2 to network 0000. Now the last time we showed a table, look what we had. Gateway of last resort not set. So now that we've set one, this is what it looks like. We also have it in our routing table down here. Now let's talk a little bit about what this thing is, why it is what it is. Why 0.0.0.0/0? Remember that the default mask, or excuse me, the mask here, subnet mask, says how many of these bits are network bits. In other words, how many of them can change and how many cannot change. In this case, 24 means none of these can change. These must match. And this one, yeah, I can change that all I want and I still have a match. So what would a 0/0 mean? Well, /0 means everything to the left of the 0th bit, or the first bit, can't change. But everything to the right of it, all 32 bits, can change. And that's why we have a /0. All of these can change. Remember I said a /32 means that all of them must match. A /0 means that none of them have to match. So I just use all zeros and then say /0. That means they can be any number from 0 to 255. Now we know that we have a match, right? As this thing reads down this table, well, does that match? No. Does this one match? No. Does this one match? No. Well, it doesn't match anything, so I'll just send it out there. And it sends it out to that particular router. So that's how the gateway of last resort works. 192.168.2.2 is the route to get to network 0000. In other words, anything.